Hi friends. So in this demo, I am going to launch a very basic Nginx web server. Hopefully that will give you a better understanding of how Duplo works and some of the key features. So let's go ahead and go to portal.duplocloud.net and log in. So I'm going to click on the login icon here. And just to make sure that this works successfully, you need to log in with the Gmail account that you use to sign up with Duplo. So just make sure you're using that account. And I'm going to go and click login and use the account that I signed up with. All right, so as you can see, I've logged in to my tenant. Think of this as a sandbox where all your applications will be hosted. Um, this is a place where you can monitor everything that's hosted in the tenant. So on the dashboard, I can get an overview of what's happening, how much money I've spent, and how many hosts are connected, how many containers are healthy, and if there are any faults, what the faults are. So since this is a fresh tenant, there's obviously no information here. So before we go ahead, I want to give you an introduction. So the three main things you need to know are hosts, services, and elastic load balancers. So which are commonly called as ELB. So the ELB provides an endpoint for you to communicate with your application, right? So Duplo is going to create a DNS name for that endpoint, and that will be the access point for all communication for your application. A service is your application inside a container. So it's basically a container hosting a container with your application inside of it. A host is an EC2 instance where the services reside. So any service you create will live in a host. You can even have multiple services in a single host. So let's go ahead and clear this out. So in this tutorial, we're creating a basic Nginx web application server. So I'm going to go and create a host. I'm going to click on the host icon. Then I'm going to click on this plus icon, and a T2 micro seems fine. Let me go and hit the advanced configuration options. All of this seems good. I'm going to hit submit. So it successfully created the instance. I am going to give it a moment for the status over here to move from pending to running. I'm gonna refresh the page, and as you can see, the status is running, so that means this instance is now active. All right, perfect. Let's go and create a service. So in the current services section, I'm going to hit the plus icon, and it's going to tell me that I don't have my Docker Hub credentials set. Well, we don't need to worry about this right now because I'm going to use a ready-made container from a public Docker repository. If I was to choose a container from a private repository of my own, I would have to input my credentials here. So we can just go ahead and skip this, and let's name this the test service. And the Docker image I'm going to use today is Nginx latest. So this is very common Docker format. So Nginx meaning the container hosting the Nginx application, and latest means the latest version. In the replicas column, I'm going to choose one. You can have up to 8 replicas of this container. So that basically means the same container will be running in 8 different instances. So if you're making multiple replicas, you need to make sure the number of hosts you've created is the same as the number of replicas. So since we create one host, I'm going to choose one replica just as a matter of convenience and hit submit. All right, service created successfully. Now I'm going to go and create a load balancer configuration. So in this load balancer configuration section, I'm going to click the plus icon, and as you see, it's already pre-populated the data into the fields. The only thing I need to do though is map the container port, which I know is 80, to the external port, which I want as 80. And then hit, and I don't need a certificate right now, but you can choose to have that on as well. And I'm going to click submit here. So what this has done is this has created a load balancer by the name of the test service, and it's mapped this container service within that load balancer. So it knows all traffic going to port 80 on the load balancer will be redirected to port 80 of the container. And this is all done with the press of a few buttons. We're going to wait a couple of minutes because the DNS name um, that that is given to the service does take up to 10 minutes to be activated, just so that the DNS records are propagated. So let's wait for after 10 minutes. All right, friends. So I'm gonna try and see if this application is up and running. So I'm gonna copy this DNS name right here and paste it in the browser. Um, Voila! As you see, the application is up and running, and it just took um, a couple of clicks. That's basically how easy Duplo makes life for you. We've done we've created a service running um, an Nginx web app, put it on a host, attach a load balancer, and given it a DNS name in 10 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed this demo, and feel free to play around with it as much as you want. And um, I hope you've enjoyed this demo, and hopefully this demo gave you a good idea of how Duplo can help make your work more productive. Thank you.